Those.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Returnable for Lockett. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Okay. I know which one my favorite is. So.
And an alley to run.
Which one?
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40.
Wait, you go
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson 52 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
She loves that ball. Hold on.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Mini black over here in that white hand. This is the way Minnie's supposed to
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Minnie Mouse. Oh, I got heels. Look at her shoes, Zoe. You want some shoes like this?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Check 13. Kill.
They run it with Carson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
And what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
I need to get the packages from you.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On second down, Ingram. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. This is Ingram on first and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run from the pistol with Ingram. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson is going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
In your room. Don't bring that in here. In your room.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. Give him 52 yards on the ground. Here's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 28 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board into the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield.
Got the rain, this is the wrong one. Hold on, baby.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson, flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this with both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. On first down, it's Carson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Now it's Carson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Carson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it.
Let me hear you bear talk. Let me hear you bear talk.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for it.
The ball comes out, and this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how we conclude this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. Rolling to his right. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
Looks like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to it.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 39 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Got It's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. It's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's got it to Ingram, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They run again with Carson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Snead's got it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 4th down, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Undercut. Hey, hey. Undercut. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Here's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down to Jackson. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. On 1st down, Carson. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson flush to his right. He's got Lockett, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
No.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead, 63 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
He'll try and run it, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
She said she's going to see me Friday.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Look at Riri. Look at Riri. She said she's going to see me Friday.
They'll try the left side. Carson, 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Wilson wants to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
What? Who are you? 57, Mike 57. Hey. Good shot.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. It's caught, Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop it.
I guarantee you, I know he was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pen. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
What does that mean? You don't know. Come on, go. You want EE? Alright. Let's talk EE. Let's turn this off.